for someday? Ready to finally start living your best life right now?
You're in the right place. I'm David.
And I'm Wendy.
And this is the David and Wendy podcast. We're your life coaches here to move you from the excuses to action.
From mastering your mindset to finding real joy, we're keeping it real, raw, and maybe just a little ridiculous.
Let's get into it, Wendy.
Let's go, David. Welcome back to the David and Wendy podcast. Today's episode is called, Are You Really Stuck? So we're going to start off with some questions for our listeners to just kind of be thinking about this topic that we're discussing today. So let's start. What does stuck even mean? How do you know you feel stuck? What's happening that makes you feel stuck? Where do you feel stuck? Why do you think you feel stuck? What makes you think this is in the first place? Do you believe that you can get unstuck? If so, how might you go about that process? What would have to change to allow you to feel less stuck or unstuck? We can feel stuck in any area of our lives. You could feel stuck in patterns, your job, relationships, child rearing, income level, you name it. You could feel stuck in any area.
Right. So as we've been saying all along since the beginning, words matter, right? Thoughts, beliefs, and expectations matter. And it all starts with and generates from what you are focused on most of the time, and especially the repetition of your self-talk, which creates, and supports your program. Same. It's all the same, just a different way of looking at it. Consciously change what goes into your machine, right? The belief and expectation machine, and something different comes out as your experience. So we referenced that back in episode 12, where your box of beliefs is what inputs your algorithm, kind of like Facebook, the posts that you click on and love or like or whatever. You tend to get more of those back, right? That's how the algorithm works. Well, it's exactly the same with your reticular activating system, or the RAS. With that imagining, I guess, and repetition of your self-talk comes out of your box, out of your existing programming, out of your existing thoughts, beliefs, and expectations. So that goes into your algorithm. Your experience comes out of the algorithm, everything you see. So if you feel stuck, what is it that you are focused on? Right?
Yes.
You can prove this to yourself by simply listening to what your self-talk is right now, become aware of what you're focused on, most of the time, and then look what you're currently experiencing, right? It can feel like chicken or the egg. Right? Is my experiencing causing me to think this way, or is my thinking causing me to experience this way? It's like,
right.
And it's really both, because as you have the experience in the circular diagram, that's on our website under resources for episode 12.
That's the belief and expectation
machine.
Wheel? Machine, yeah. Yes.
Whatever you want to call it, just whatever clicks. The experience you have confirms what your thoughts, beliefs, and expectations are in your limited box. And then they come out and feed in to your experience, into your algorithm, which then comes out. So in other words, it's like when you say, well, I bet this thing is going to happen, because it always happens when in this situation. It goes into the algorithm, experience comes out, you're like, yep, see, there it is. I told you, I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, you have that belief, the expectation that that's what's going to happen, so that's what's going to happen.
Right. And it can be, that's a pretty simple example, but it can be more subtle than that too. Like I think we talked about last week, you are having an experience that you're not liking, so you change that experience. In other words, you change a job or you get out of a relationship and get into another relationship or job. And you're seeing the same thing. There's a great proverb, Chinese proverb, and I'm probably going to butcher it up here, but the essence of it is, right, the story, there's a man out working in his field and by the road, and this other person comes walking down the road, leaving one town, headed towards another town. And he asks the guy, "Hey, what kind of people are there in this other town? I mean, what are they like? How do they treat others and whatnot?" He says, "Well, what did you find the people in the last town to be like?" He said, "Oh, they were mean. They were really selfish. They didn't, help anybody out. They never helped me out doing whatever." And he said, "Well, you're going to find those exact same people in the next town." Right. And then to cut it short, another person comes down the path, same thing, same conversation. Who am I going to see in this other town? And same question. What was your experience in the last town? Well, everybody was wonderful. They were really supportive, and they looked out for each other, and it was just really everybody was happy, and it was great. He goes, "Well, that's the kind of people you'll find in the next town." So what the common denominator, right, is you. So you can change your experience and still end up having the same feelings about things aren't working out for me, right? You change a job because you don't like your boss or somebody in there. You feel whatever it is you feel that you don't want to feel there, so you leave and you go find another job. And then you start noticing that, there it is again, right? These people are not being good to you or doing what you think they should be doing or whatever it is, right? It's like no matter where you go, there you are. And right. And so it's just you're the common denominator, and the engine to that is your thoughts, beliefs, and expectations. Mm-hmm. So if you feel stuck, you can, that's what you're focused on, feeling stuck.
Right.
So when you listen to yourself talk and you become aware of what you're focused on, at least most of the time, then you can confirm that your experience probably matches.
Mm.
Wow. And so, yeah, so like it really is kind of a chicken and the egg thing, except for it's all happening automatically like a wheel on a bicycle. So what you have to do is you have to change the input from a conscious place. So that's where we say, what might happen if you focus on the experiences that you desire, as already in place, at least most of the time, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's been the biggest shift for me. But let's recap for our listeners and make sure I understand too. So by changing what we say around this topic, we can really move past the notion of being stuck. So in other words, we're not really stuck, but rather we feel like we are. Am I on the right path here?
Yeah.
So, okay. If you say you are stuck, what does that feel like in your body? I know for me, just saying it, talking about it in this episode, it makes you feel tense, kind of small. Your fight or flight sensations kind of pop up. You're possibly feeling helpless or even despair or hopeless.
Right. Things are happening to me, right?
Yes. Things are happening to me. Very good. Yeah. But if you say you feel stuck instead of you are stuck, it's just that, a feeling that you can move past it. And once you begin this move forward mindset of how to change those feelings, solutions, or those feelings. So once you move beyond those, you get that forward mindset, solutions start to present themselves. So am I correct in saying, David, the change from feeling stuck to moving forward happens when we visualize and really feel what it is that we want to be, have, or do. I mean, I'm guessing that that's kind of the key, right?
Yeah, and you touched on it. I really like what you said, because you said you went from I am stuck to I feel stuck. And that
Mm.
kind of pulls it away a little bit, because it's like, okay, if I am stuck, I'm stuck. But if I
Yeah.
feel stuck, I can now it's a feeling, and I can change my
Mm.
feelings. How do you change your feelings, right? When you're sad, what do your friends do, right? They make jokes and they try to cheer you up.
Right.
And
Right.
in
Yeah.
changing what you're thinking about, you start feeling better. So,
Mm.
um, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
And I'm
go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm betting once this shift happens, you really notice it in your body. You become more
Oh,
relaxed.
absolutely. Yeah.
Your
Yeah,
nervous
your blood
system
pressure goes
calms.
down.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, the whole thing, yeah, yeah.
And then
But
we start creating that life that we dream of having.
right, right. From the inside out, right?
Mm, yes,
We do
this
it
is
from the
such
inside
good
out. I
stuff.
mean, it's 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 interesting to me, because we think, okay, what do I need to do to change what's going on, right?
Mm.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
do this process. Well, you're not
Yes.
doing a new process. You're already using the process, right? I mean, you're using the process right now to attain and sustain your experience and the feelings of being stuck, aren't you? I mean, that's
Yeah.
what I
So
was
we're
talking about,
getting,
that self-talk and
yeah.
imagination. Yeah,
So we just need to be more purposeful, right? Aware and more purposeful and in our conscious thoughts,
exactly.
efforts.
Exactly. Because garbage in, garbage out, right?
Mm.
It's the first piece to that is to simply become aware that you're doing it, of what you're
Mm-hmm.
saying, of what you're thinking. You don't even have to change anything right now. Just become aware that you're doing it, that you're kind of narrating your life, right? It's like, oh, this sucks.
Mm-hmm.
That thing, I never win this, or that always happens to me. And you, in narrating your life, you are steering it that way. So
Mm-hmm.
one way to do it here. So here's the game. Here's the game to play, right? No commitment, no full commitment, but no expectations. No, don't be serious about it. Just when you catch yourself talking or thinking about what's going on in your life that you no longer want to experience, catch it. When you catch it, use past tense words. In other words, I mean, restate it using past tense words. So you say something about bills, right?
Mm-hmm.
I hate paying bills. Their bills are a pain, and blah, 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 whatever. You go, oh, wait, what did I just say? Oh, so now you say those bills used to be a pain to take care of, but now it's easy. And you don't have to
Mm.
buy into it, right? You
Right.
suspend. What does they say when you go to the movies, like a science fiction movies? You suspend disbelief, or you suspend reality, or whatever it is,
Mm.
and you just let it go, right? Be
Mm-hmm.
like a little kid, right? When we were little kids, we would play and imagine and have all kinds of fun, and you might say, well, that we're adults now, we don't have time to do that. But is what you're doing now working for you? Are you feeling, is what you're doing now changing how your feelings of being stuck? If it is,
Right.
great. Hey, I'm all for that, because it doesn't matter how you get there. It's just that you get there. So
Right.
try something
Yeah.
new. Try this game, right? Right. Spend as much time, actually spend more time imagining everything that you would like having in your experience, using and use present tense with it. I'm really enjoying having, right? I don't know, a
Mm-hmm.
coffee every day, a new car, right? Or having this car, my new car, with me now, right? I'm enjoying having more free time or more money or whatever. And again, you don't have to believe in it. Just practice with it, right? Use your imagination. You'll notice that you feel better,
Mm-hmm.
and it's in the psychology book. I'm I can't, the name isn't coming to me immediately, but it's the specific book that everything is referenced for in psychology. And they say positive attitude, positive beliefs, and positive imaging or imagining has a true effect on your experience.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it's just a practice. So just keep practicing.
Yeah. Wow, David, I've seen this shift in my own life just from changing the way I talk about, money used to be a huge barrier for me. And I just changed the whole dialogue in my head and I really feel it. And, I have a couple favorite sayings, money is all around me. It's all around everybody I know. And it flows to me like water rushing over Niagara Falls. And I say that often. And
yeah,
it's amazing the difference in my life financially.
If you just embody that feeling, then you get into a place of expectation, however you want to say that, the difference that you're talking about. And the funny thing is, the funny thing is as you do this, things will change. But because we again worked from the inside out, your mindset has gone into believing and expecting that these things are going to be in your experience. Then when things happen, you don't even notice. A lot of times you won't even notice.
Yes. Yeah. So true. And this works in every single area of your life. I've done it with health. I'm constantly saying my body is healthy. Every cell in my body is sparkling clean. And I rejuvenate quickly. And, it's just, I do it with all areas of my life. So this is such a great tool, a process that I hope that our listeners really, really take heed in. So,
yeah, I mean, like I said, technically we're already using this process.
But now,
and I would, I would say that you can't not use this process. There's only one process.
Right.
It's always on, except for maybe when you're asleep.
Right. But now I'm aware of it, so I choose those thoughts instead of.
And therein lies the difference. Yeah.
Yes, instead of going on default. Excellent. Well, that brings us to the end of this episode. And next week, our topic will be, what do you think is impossible for you, and why do you think that?
All right. That's the show for this week. We hope you are feeling motivated, like you're ready to take on the world.
If you got value today, do us a huge favor, like and subscribe, and leave us a review. It helps us reach more people just like you.
You can find all our info in the show notes and connect with us at our website, thedavidandwendypodcast.com.
We'll see you next week. And remember, always be kind, loving, and compassionate to everyone you meet.